Welcome, little adventurers. Today's story is about a clever little shark who teaches a big lesson to a greedy crocodile.
So sit back, relax, and dive with me into the deep blue sea.
This is clever Baby Shark and the Greedy Crocodile. Deep under the sparkling waves, in a beautiful place called Coral Cove, lived a baby shark named Sammy. Now, Sammy wasn't the biggest or the strongest shark in the ocean, but he was clever, curious, and incredibly kind. He absolutely loved exploring the mysterious coral caves, helping tiny fish find their next meal, and even playing a fun game of hide-and-seek with the joyful dolphins. Every single creature in the reef loved Sammy. Well, everyone, that is, except for one.
Far, far away, where the river met the sea, lived a grumpy and greedy crocodile named Crocky. Crocky was always hungry.
He always wanted more fish, more food, and more power over everyone else. One hot morning, Crocky swam toward the ocean, his long, scaly tail slapping the water with a loud thwack.
He grumbled to himself.
Why should I stay in this muddy river when I can rule the whole ocean too? And with a giant splash, he swam right into the peaceful coral cove. The ocean creatures gasped in shock. Crocky snapped his giant jaws, scaring entire schools of shimmering fish. He chased the little crabs until they scurried under rocks. He stole food right out of the mouths of others, and he shouted in a mean voice, "Move aside! This ocean belongs to me now." The poor little fish hid behind the colorful coral, trembling with fear, and the friendly dolphins swam far, far away. The once lively reef became quiet and sad. But not everyone was scared.
Our clever baby shark, Sammy, swam up to Crocky bravely.
"Mr. Crocodile," Sammy said in a friendly but firm tone, "the ocean is a home for everyone.
It's not right to take what isn't yours."
Crocky let out a mean, mocking laugh.
And what is a tiny little shark like you going to do about it?
Sammy thought for a moment. His small fins twitched as a brilliant idea sparked in his mind, and a little smile appeared on his face. "Let's make a deal," Sammy proposed. "If I can find you the biggest meal you have ever had in your entire life, you must promise to leave our ocean alone forever." Crocky's eyes widened with greed.
The biggest meal, you say? Fine, it's a deal.
"But if you fail, I'll make you my lunch." Sammy gulped nervously. That was a scary thought, but he didn't back down. He nodded bravely and swam off into the deep blue sea, on a very important mission. Sammy swam far beyond the familiar coral reef, through dark, mysterious caves and past shimmering schools of fish that looked like underwater rainbows. He searched and searched, going deeper and deeper, until he reached the very bottom of the sea. There, resting on the sandy floor, was an old, sunken shipwreck. Silver fish glittered all around it, not just a few, but thousands and thousands of them. But that wasn't all. Floating peacefully just above the shipwreck was a huge blue whale, the gentle giant of the ocean, fast asleep. Sammy whispered to himself. "I have the perfect plan." Sammy swam quickly back to the impatient Crocky. "Follow me, Mr. Crocodile," he announced. "Your giant feast is waiting for you." Crocky cackled with excitement. "I can already taste it," he said greedily. He followed Sammy deep into the ocean, snapping his jaws and licking his lips in anticipation. When they finally reached the old shipwreck, Sammy pointed his fin downward. "Down there," he said. "The biggest meal in the entire sea is waiting for you." "Finally," Crocky roared. "I'll be the king of the ocean." He dove down fast chomp, ready to eat all the fish he could find. But the very moment he opened his enormous mouth, the sleeping whale woke up, with a giant hoo. It blew a powerful spout of water straight up from its blowhole. The force of the water was so incredibly strong that it sent Crocky flying high into the sky. He went flipping and spinning and tumbling all the way back toward his muddy river. "Wah!" he screamed as he flew through the air. "I'll never come back again." And with a final splash, he landed back in his river, far away from Coral Cove. The entire ocean cheered. The dolphins leaped out of the water. The fish danced in swirling patterns, and the coral glowed brighter than ever before. A dolphin swam up to Sammy and said, "3 cheers for Sammy, the cleverest shark in the sea." And all the other creatures shouted together, "Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!"
Sammy smiled shyly.
He didn't do it to be a hero. He did it to protect his friends and his beautiful home. From that day on, Coral Cove was peaceful and happy once again. And everyone always remembered the brave little shark who used his clever mind to outsmart the greedy crocodile. And that, my friends, is the story of clever Baby Shark and the Greedy Crocodile.
Remember, you don't need to be the biggest or the strongest to do great things.
Brains, bravery, and a whole lot of kindness can make you the real hero. If you liked today's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and swim back for more ocean adventures. See you next time, little explorers.